Welcome to episode 85 of the Family Geekery podcast. I'm Amber.
I'm Danny.
And I'm Chris.
And today we're going to talk about Echo, the Marvel superhero. Question mark?
Yeah, both the show and a little bit of the comic.
Yep. But first, it's Geeky Weeks.
Geeky Weeks.
Good job.
Thanks.
You earned your pay this week.
I practice once a week.
All right, who's going first? Danny?
Okay. Well, let me think. I watched the first episode of Echo.
Ooh, same.
Nice.
Yeah.
Same.
I watched the newest episode of Percy Jackson.
Oh, same.
Goes to the underworld.
Uh-oh, spoilers.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet.
Dang it.
I kind of know he's going there, though.
That's
What
been the
else?
plan the whole time.
Yeah.
Trying to think. That's about it. I'm playing some board games with friends tomorrow. And yeah, that's about it. Busy over here.
Busy.
It's because on the day we're posting this, it's your birthday. Happy birthday, Danny.
Whoa.
Happy birthday. Didn't
I'm
we just
12,
have one of those
confirmed.
last
Everybody wish Danny a happy birthday.
Yes.
year? Everybody in the chat.
Yeah. Come on, chat.
How about you, Amber? How was your geeky week?
I haven't been doing a whole lot. Just been mostly playing some Pokemon Violet. Getting through that. I'm enjoying it. Besides that, yeah, I watched Percy Jackson. Watched the first episode of The Bachelor this season. That's
Nice.
going.
It's going.
For some reason, they decided to add sisters who are both there to date the guy.
Oh.
And it's weird. The older I get, the closer in age I get to the people on the show, and I'm like, huh?
You question their choices.
Yeah.
I saw on Instagram that they posted the guy and they said new record, and it was a slideshow of all of like the girls he kissed on the first night or something.
They also had the most women on night one, is what they said.
Maybe that was it then.
Yeah, but he did kiss a lot of girls. So. But, yeah. That's my geeky week.
Sitting over here trying to figure out what's geeky about The Bachelor.
It's a show that I'm watching. That's what's geeky about The Bachelor. Oh, I finished the Scott Pilgrim show.
There was a Scott Pilgrim show?
On Netflix, yeah.
Did not know that.
It's a cartoon with like all of the original voice actors.
Oh, wow. From the movie?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
And it's like in the style of the comics.
Neat.
We should do a Scott Pilgrim episode.
I didn't think you liked that.
Why?
Oh, you didn't like somebody from it.
Yeah, I don't like Mary Elizabeth Winstead. Well, I don't like the whole manic pixie dream girl trope, but the show does that better than the movie does.
Gotcha. We'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Much more geeky than The Bachelor.
A little bit, yeah. I'd say a little bit.
Less kissing on the first episode.
There's sparks.
Okay. Anything else?
I think that's it. At least that's all that I can remember right now, and I don't want to pull a Danny.
Nice.
You can cut out my pauses.
Oh, trust me, I do. There is boxes of pauses all over the floor here.
What if we make an episode that is just combined Danny pauses?
The special Danny Pause tribute.
It's just me going,
Uh,
oh yeah. Special
We could do
birthday
that.
episode.
It'd be a 10-hour telethon.
Yeah. Okay, what about you?
So last week we talked about game jams,
Yeah.
and we had a game jam,
Yeah.
but it wasn't the same without you guys in the same area.
Yeah.
So it was a little hard, but we came up with the theme together, or the theme was given to us, but we came up with an idea together, and I just started working on it.
Yeah. While
You
I
guys-
was working 14 hours.
You guys helped me fill in some blanks along the way, but I just kept on chugging away at it and got it submitted in time. So
Nice.
It's not up on itch.io yet, but you can play a demo of it at familygeekery.com/crapbasket.html.
Do you still own crapbasket.com?
Yeah, I'll have to put it up there. That'd be a lot easier to get to. But yeah, we came up with the idea of picking up poop from a dog park and giving it back to its owner in a forceful manner. But
Also, go visit crapbasket.com. It's got a great surprise for you.
I think I paid someone on Fiverr for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we did that, and then hey, I downloaded a game today on my iPad.
Oh.
You guys sitting down?
Yeah.
Huh?
It's a Nimblebit game.
Nimble, is it new?
It's new.
What is it?
It's called Pocket Trucks.
No way.
It's basically Pocket Train, but you're in trucks instead of a train.
Okay.
But I think they've got a new either studio or developer or publisher or something. So it still says Nimblebit, but there's another name on there too. So I think they're just putting out a new game that so far it's kind of fun.
I'm downloading it right now.
Nothing wrong with Nimblebit. We did a whole episode on Nimblebit.
We did.
Go check that out in our back catalog. But yeah, but that's about it. That played some other games, but nothing much to mention. I downloaded Pal World, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh, that's one that I've been debating because I want to play all those cool games, but then I just end up playing League or
You want to play it before it gets taken down forcibly by Nintendo?
yeah, see that's the thing. but I don't know. I need a game to play when I'm bored.
Well, I'll have to check it out and report back to you.
Yeah.
But yeah, it looks interesting. And it's only, I get it through Game Pass.
Yeah.
But even on Steam, it's only a $29.99 game. I was expecting it to be like a AAA price.
Yeah.
So kudos to them for putting out a game for less than $1 million these days. But yeah, that's about it for this week. So let's get into the topic. We're going to talk about Echo. Echo being the new show that started recently on Disney Plus. Kind of extending from the Hawkeye series of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And did you guys watch Hawkeye?
I did.
I did not.
It was good.
I liked it.
It was really good. And they threw enough of the flashbacks into this to kind of catch you up if you didn't watch it. But you should watch it. Because it doesn't kind of tell everything, but it tells enough.
Yeah.
So this kind of extends on that storyline. of Kingpin's involvement in the MCU, and good to see the Kingpin carrying on, not escaping the grasp of Netflix and making it into the real Disney version of Marvel.
Same with Daredevil,
Yeah. Yep. Daredevil.
which he already showed up in She-Hulk, but shows up again. Where there's the Kingpin, there's got to be the Daredevil.
That's for sure. But yeah, what do you want to talk about first? The show, because you guys have just seen one episode. I've seen almost all of them so far. Or do you want to talk about the comics that we picked out to read?
Let's do the show.
All right. So before we get into the show, can we just take a second to talk about Alika Cox, the actress who plays Echo?
She's so cool.
She's fantastic.
I'll have to give credit to the casting people. They found a child actor who looks just like her.
That was great.
Like
casting
the same,
crazy.
Same entire face. It's crazy.
Now, did you know that the actress has done no acting before she was in the Hawkeye series?
Really?
She said she did a middle school play, but she was in the background. She didn't have any lead parts or anything, and that was it.
Wow.
So no acting experience, but there was a casting call for a deaf Native American. And she said she had 3 separate friends kind of egg her on and tell her that she should go to the casting call, and she did, and she nailed it.
Wow.
So she is really deaf in real life. And but fascinating to me, and I don't have a lot of experience with deaf interactions, but when she mouths some of the her lines, like you can hear her speaking them, and that's got to be hard for someone who is born deaf.
Yeah,
I know if you go deaf at some point, then you have the physical ability to speak, but so I thought that was pretty cool. All the rest of the actors that are in the show with her that do the sign language, fantastic. I think it's great. Even the ones that I recognize some of them as being, actors that have been around for a long time, so they obviously learned for the show. But I think the Charlie character. Have you met the Charlie character yet? He works in
the cousin or the roller skating guy.
He works in the roller skating rink.
Okay.
He does a real good job. I would have to guess that he had prior experience to ASL before the show. But yeah, so actors are great. And the story is, like I said, basically following on from the storyline of the Hawkeye series.
Yeah.
She's escaping or running away from New York.
From Fisk's men.
Yeah, she upset some people.
Who'd have thunk by killing the Kingpin?
Apparently shooting him in the eye. And so she's going back to her hometown, I guess. Just to kind of hide out and regroup and figure out what she wants to do to fix her situation of being in trouble for apparently killing the Kingpin.
She said she wants to become the queen.
Yeah.
So she said it's time for a queen.
The queen pin. And later in one of the episodes, she actually uses that term.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I wish I could. We'll have to go back and pause the to see what the sign language version of queen pin is.
Her backstory is very sad.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I was
Yeah.
thinking to myself, she has a very Disney backstory because Disney likes to kill off all their parents.
Well,
It took her leg too.
Oh,
I,
yeah.
I think Disney may be responsible for that because in the comics, her mom ran away,
Oh.
Oh.
but her dad did get killed. But yeah, that's basically the. It told a lot of her backstory in that first episode.
Yeah.
Uh, being sent away to New York with her father because the grandmother, I guess, just couldn't stand to have her there, and the grandmother basically blamed the father for her mother's death. So sent her away, very sad because she had to leave her cousin, and that's where she eventually meets up with Fisk, who is business partners with her dad.
Mm-hmm. And then he kind of like adopts her as one of his own after her father dies.
Yep, and there's that whole dynamic. Their interaction together kind of grows throughout the series, and you get to see more and more of the story. So,
Oh, like more flashback?
yep, more flashbacks, more real time, current time interactions, and it's just fantastic because there's some technology that gets employed that if it doesn't exist, I hope it does exist. If it doesn't, it should be worked on right away. You'll understand that when you get to those episodes.
Okay.
But yeah, basically just getting the backstory and knowing that there's potentially going to be a war between some groups.
Her versus Kingpin.
Her versus the criminal empire of New York City. But it's okay.
So, what parts of the first episode were in Hawkeye? Like, was her backstory in Hawkeye, or
There was a
what?
little bit of her backstory in Hawkeye. Just basically kind of like her relationship with her dad, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Because we see that Hawkeye or what the Ronin kills her dad. But that's basically it, I think. I think in Hawkeye also we see her dad and her talking about one of their Native American stories.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Well, all of the stuff with her mom and her grandma, that's all added. So.
And the weird mystical backstory of the cave people.
Yeah, I don't know why they had I'm only assuming that that's got to be like the real story for the Choctaw. Is that what they are?
Yeah, possibly.
Um, I really hope that they're like deriving that from like a real story and not just like adding it because it's Marvel. But
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of the
it,
backstory that they did with the Namor storyline
oh,
in the Black Panther movie.
I don't remember that. It looked very Eternals to me.
Yeah. Yep.
But that could just be the Marvelification of this real story.
It could very well be an animated movie coming out to a theater near you. Yeah, but let's talk about her from the comics.
Yeah.
Because there's some similarities. That word didn't come out right. There's some similarities.
Similarities.
I just invented a word. And there's a lot of differences.
Yeah.
And of the two issues that we read, some of those differences are apparent right away, but then there's a lot of other stuff going on that wasn't in those.
Mm-hmm.
issues. So we chose to read her first 2 appearances, and it came in the Daredevil series of the 90s, very late 90s.
Oh, this is 90s?
I think it was 99.
Oh wow.
Oh, this looks good for the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, this particular series of Daredevil started in 99, and these issues came out in 2000. So issues number 9 and 10 of the Daredevil series from the 90s. And we didn't obviously read the first 8 issues before it, but it seems like it's kind of a reboot
Yeah.
because we see possibly a young Matt Murdock and Foggy Bottom. Is that his name? Foggy Bottom?
That's not his name.
Foggy something. Start getting ready to start their law practice.
Yeah.
So very similar to the intro of them in the Netflix series, but
Yeah. So we kind of get to see Daredevil's origin story. Well, not his origin story, but just like, I don't know, some non-Daredevil part.
yeah. So those are the issues that we chose because that was her first appearance in the Marvel comics. And that first issue, that issue number 9, was really neat how they kind of showed a Daredevil backstory and an Echo backstory kind of running in parallel to each other.
Yeah. And you've got to see this comic because they add so many different like art pieces, especially in Echo's backstory, like little crayon drawings about when she was a kid and stuff like that. It's quite adorable.
Yeah, it's really neat. The little phrases running up and down the drawings.
Yeah.
Kind of telling a story of their own. But yeah, so we're learning about Daredevil, which most people know about. But at the same time, we're learning about this Maya Lopez character, who is obviously completely new at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, we also learned that Daredevil used to date Black Widow. which is kind of random to me.
She just popped in for a second.
She pops in and is like, I know you play the piano and you're sad.
Yeah.
Former Soviet spy and my ex-girlfriend.
And this looks like it seems like it happens right after, is it Karen?
Yeah.
Died, which I think that's their legal assistant.
Yeah, that's their secretary. And apparently Daredevil's love interest. But I didn't get that far in the TV show to see if that actually happens.
There's some chemistry there.
Okay.
Not as much chemistry as Daredevil and She-Hulk.
Ew.
Taking the walk of shame.
She-Hulk looks so weird. I'm sorry, that was a flop. Flop CGI.
This drawing says Sir poops a lot.
There's a lot of hidden gems in those drawings.
But anyways, one interesting thing about Echo in the comics is she's kind of like a prodigy. Like a piano prodigy somehow, just by looking at people move their fingers on the keys. She's learned to also like play masterpieces like crazy just by looking.
Well, that's her
special talent.
That's her special talent. She can duplicate any physical action that she sees. So, in that case, piano, but
also they show her doing ballet and fighting, like copying moves from boxing matches and stuff.
Yeah, so she learns how to fight against people by watching them fight. So she can kind of mimic their fighting style, and that gets her a leg up on a lot of things.
Did they explain that in the show?
No, she just kind of is crazy cool in the show.
Yeah, that
which is
particular
also
skill
fair.
doesn't show up in the show. It's kind of been replaced by her glowing hands.
Wait, what?
I didn't get that far.
By the glowing hands of the cave people.
But why?
I'm not sure.
Marvel. What's wrong with a perfectly awesome character? She's so cool in this. Okay.
Maybe the ability to duplicate any physical action was just not believable.
Nothing
But Daredevil
is
is?
believable.
but Galactus is. Yeah, so in this comic we've got Daredevil trying to get his practice off the ground. Has a new person that's coming in to spill the beans on Kingpin.
Oops, he gets shot.
And yeah, so he gets sniped by the Murphy twins, which aren't named, but they keep on saying Murphy's Law or Murphy something or other.
Yeah.
But those are the Murphy twins. One's always got a frown and one's always got a smile. And they talk.
I didn't notice that.
And they talk in idioms. I thought for sure it was going to be Bullseye when I first saw like a sniper scope or something. But nope, not so lucky. We get the Murphy twins. Bullseye comes later into the storyline of Echo down the road a little bit.
What, in the show?
No, in the comics.
Oh.
Where she watches Daredevil fight Bullseye from like a surveillance tape to learn how Daredevil fights.
Oh.
So we got Daredevil trying to track down the person that killed his potentially lead witness against Fisk. And at the same time, Fisk is telling Maya, hey, I've got a job for you.
Hey, this Matt guy, he's kind of single. And I think you should go work your magic.
And I think he killed your father.
Yeah, also, somehow, he killed your father.
Yeah.
Totally not me. I didn't kill your father. It wasn't me. It was this guy who
Classic
20 years
redirection.
ago killed your father when he's only like 30.
Classic redirect. Yeah, it was him. Yeah.
That's why they pay Fisk the big bucks.
So they end up meeting.
Yeah, she struts on into his law firm, and it's like, I'm doing a show. Here you go. You meet me after for coffee. She at first she thinks that Foggy and Matt are gay, which is so funny, and honestly like progressive for 2000. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's kind of, there was a lot of sitcom movies in that time frame where the whole mistaken for gay thing was just a funny bit to do.
Maybe not so progressive, but
Yeah.
It was funny.
Getting there.
And I don't know. I'm sure she can read lips well in the TV show, but it's cool that, like, I don't know. In the comic, it's like, oh, well, he's blind and she's deaf, so it's hard for them to communicate. But, oh, she can just read lips.
And she can
and
speak
she talks.
perfectly.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things that it said in her bio is that using her ability to mimic things gave her the perfect ability to talk.
That makes sense.
Okay.
By watching people talk, she can mimic that perfectly.
I mean, it's a lot easier to read words on a page than to read ASL. I'll give Marvel that one.
We got to figure out how to give her the ability to speak again.
But also, interestingly, she's not an amputee in the comics. At least, not yet. I don't know if that becomes part of her character later on.
It may be just a part of her character because she is in real life.
Oh, I didn't know she was in real life.
Yeah. I think
Oh.
the thing that I read said that she hasn't disclosed how that happened. She has not publicly revealed what led to her need for a prosthetic.
Well, go her.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's entitled to privacy.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, one of the scenes in the TV show that I really liked was when she was fighting Daredevil and he like went
Spoiler.
to go hit her leg
Yeah.
and like it went like thunk and she
Clang.
looked like really confused and then she was able to like kick back. And I didn't pick it up at first and then I thought about it and I was like, "Oh, that makes more sense."
Yeah, he's blind. He doesn't understand that he just
Like,
hit something
what?
that wasn't leg.
Thought that was a nice little scene.
I would think his Doppler, his perfect Doppler recreation would determine densities, but maybe in the heat of battle, not so much.
Also, can we talk about how hilarious in the TV show it is that their like go-to person for like medical attention is what are they called? A mortician?
Oh yeah.
It's like if we need to fix somebody or if we need to get rid of somebody, this is who we call.
Right. And I really like the character that's her kind of sidekick buddy from her hometown that's carting her around in the car and the truck.
We haven't gotten there.
Her cousin?
The cousin with a dog?
It's not the female cousin, but it's a guy.
Yeah. Is he that? He's the one that she meets when she like breaks into the house.
He reminds me of a cross between Leonard from Big Bang Theory and is it Zach Galifianakis?
What?
Oh my gosh! I thought you were going to say like George Lopez.
No, combine those two together.
Jack Black.
That's who this guy reminds me of.
That's funny.
He makes for some good comedy relief throughout the whole show.
The show needs some comedy relief.
It's a little intense at times. But yeah, so later on in the comics, after what we read, I think they end up dating.
I ship it, but
wait, oof. Daredevil?
She finds out. Daredevil and Maya. She finds out who he is because she recognizes a scar on his head. You know, he got shot.
Yeah.
You know, the bullet grazed
him.
So she noticed that from when she's fighting him, and then she noticed that when she's dating him as Matt Murdock.
Oh no!
But that's actually a good thing because she figures out at that point
this guy's way too young to kill my dad 20 years ago.
Right. Not
her dad doesn't
age,
die 20 years ago. When does her dad die?
I thought she was young in the
Yeah, in the comic she's young when her dad dies.
Right.
Yeah, in the show she's old when her dad dies.
But I think she knows by his character that he couldn't have been the one that killed her father.
Hmm.
And then later on in the comics, she meets Moon Knight as a stripper.
What?
Haven't read that, but that's just one of the highlights.
I need that in the show.
Oh my gosh!
Crossover.
Let's see what it says. While undercover as a stripper, Maya encountered Moon Knight. Okay, that's a little part that I left out there.
So she's undercover as a stripper, not Moon Knight.
Oh, dang.
She fights side by side with Wolverine for a while.
Oh.
She hangs out with Captain Marvel, and currently, she is the the host of the Phoenix Force.
Like Jean Grey?
Yeah.
Like currently in 2024?
Like currently in modern
Wow.
comics, she has the powers of the Phoenix.
That's cool.
Yep. So she's gotten around. She got that as a part of the Contest of Champions. I guess the Contest of Champions was used to determine who would be the next host.
Oh, and she won the whole thing?
Well, I think she had to fight Namor, and she didn't win that. But the Phoenix Force did see enough in her to
choose a woman
to bestow it upon her. Yeah.
Nice. I guess losing against Namor is okay. Namor's kind of OP.
That's kind of inevitable. Yeah. I'm mixing up all my words today.
Wait, is that why you texted with Danny? Why'd you text us? I need her in my Contest of Champions squad.
Because in Contest of Champions game, you're just 1v1ing other people, and she fights really well.
Okay.
So she'd be able to kick everyone's butt.
True.
Yeah, I thought she was in the game, but I think I was misremembering. There's another person in the game that has the ability to mimic people's fighting styles.
Yeah.
I forget who that was. Was it Guillotine? It was somebody.
Guillotine.
Someone. But she would be a cool character to add. I don't know if they still add stuff to that game.
I think they're currently doing a fan vote, and I think she's one of the people that's in there.
Did they ever add Dazzler? I know Dazzler was part of a fan vote.
I don't think so. I haven't played that game in a long time.
Yeah, it's been a few years.
So what do you guys think? You think you're going to finish out the series?
The show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I might watch it. I don't really watch the Marvel TV shows because I don't know. I like their movies better, but maybe I'll watch this one because I want to know what happens.
You kind of have to because the shows are getting baked into the movies anymore.
Yeah, and like every show is like crossed over with another one, and then the movies have characters from the shows and all that.
Have they showed Echo is eventually joining some team in the movies? Or am I thinking of Ghost? I'm thinking of Ghost.
I don't know. But that that fan vote for Contest of Champions with Echo in it was January 2023.
Oh, that was a year
off. It was
off.
a whole year ago.
They need to do it
Sorry
again.
about that.
So, if
I
you play Contest of Champions, let us know. Is Echo in the game?
I still don't think it's 2024 yet. So when I saw January 2023, I probably thought it was now.
It's okay.
All right, so yeah, let's finish out this series. And I may read a couple more of those Daredevil books just to see what's going on in those too.
Yeah.
Kind of a neat storyline going on.
For sure.
Yeah, let us know, listeners out there. Let us know what you think about Echo. Have you seen the show yet? Have you read any of the comics? She's got a current comic right now called Echo and Daredevil. Or is it Daredevil and Echo?
Are they dating in the comics still?
I don't know. I'll have to check that one out too.
I ship it.
But I think that's going to wrap it up for this episode. Thank you for listening to us. Go check out Echo on Disney Plus. Go check out Daredevil from the 90s and
Marvel Unlimited. Marvel Unlimited, you should sponsor us.
And go check out the Crap Basket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
So that's going to wrap it up. Thank you for listening as always. Until next time. Peace out.
Peace out.
And geek out.
out.
Thank you for listening to the Family Geekery podcast. For more information, visit www.familygeekery.com. Don't forget to subscribe at your favorite podcast provider. And until next time, peace out and geek out.